Hello Alycats and you viewers. So today I'm doing Inside Alyssa White number 4, and this is the series where people freaking hate my guts, but I don't give a flying goram hump about it. Because I'm me and I'm never changing who I am. So there we go. So now let's answer questions, because that's the most important part. Okay, Mario and Sonic 1986, who I told him I loved him last week in the video, and he said, "Oh no, you love me!" Yes, you're stuck with my love for forever. He's got 3 questions. Can you name your worst movie of all time and why? There's been several doozies that have been really bad, but the one that comes to mind is this sci-fi original movie called Lake Dead. And basically the movie is there's these murderers and they kill this group of friends and they toss their bodies in a lake. And the friends were like, "Where did so-and-so go?" "I don't know. We're in the middle of the woods." And then you find, and like the murderers are all like disfigured and stuff. And then you find out that they're born from incest. The mom would sleep with her son and then have another son, and it was gross. It was terrible. It was a terrible movie. It's the worst sci-fi original movie I've ever seen. I love a good, cheap, cheesy sci-fi movie, but Lake Dead, do not watch it. And I'm not really a big fan of comedies. Like, there's only a few that made me laugh, like The Hangover and 21 Jump Street, stuff like that. So I don't really like Superbad or Step Brothers, but they're not really terrible, they're just not to my taste. The second question is, have you missed out on a collector's edition for a game that you wanted? Yes! There's been so many that I've wanted that I just can't afford because I don't have a job or anything, so it's like, I can't afford it. Like the Tales of Xillia 2 collector's edition, I wanted it so bad and it's already sold out. But it was $130. If it would have been $100, I would have probably got it, but $130 is a little too steep for me. I just couldn't afford to get it, even though I wanted it really badly, and it breaks my heart that I'm not getting it, but it'll be fine. And I mean, there's been several others that I've wanted that I just couldn't get, but you know, you deal with what you have to deal with. And I mean, I still get to play the games, it's just I don't get to enjoy the collectibles on my shelf or whatever, but you know, maybe one day, you never know. And number 3 is, what is your favorite Japanese animation show? Probably Attack on Titan. I don't watch a lot because I just don't spend a lot of time watching, you know, like Crunchyroll. I don't spend a lot of time on it just because I'm busy working on YouTube stuff or gaming, you know, so I do love Attack on Titan though. And M. Decker, who I adore. M. Decker's one of my best and loyal Alycats out there. All of you are the best, but M. Decker's been there with me through basically the beginning, and I adore his guts. His first question is, do you have an Xbox One? If not, do you plan on getting one? I sadly do not have one. I wanted one so badly, but again, money issues. I do hope to get one in the next couple of years, but I don't think I'll get it before then. I need a bigger price drop than $50 to you know, what's the word? To purchase one. To justify a purchase. There we go. 2. If you could voice act in a future game, which game would it be? Probably the next Mass Effect game, because I'm a huge Mass Effect fan. So I'd love to be any voice. I'd even voice an alien, any alien, even a Krogan. I would voice it because, you know, I love that series so much. I would do it for free. I really would. Because the Mass Effect series is like one of the best series in gaming ever. And number 3, will you ever do an Omegle fan meetup? Omegle? Oh my gosh, I haven't dealt with Omegle since high school. Like, okay, here's a story, you're gonna hate it. But in high school, we had these laptops they provided us, which they were so cheap and stupid. And they had blocked nearly every website, but someone figured out that Omegle wasn't blocked, so everyone in school would get on Omegle during class, and we would just start like searching for people, and if we found someone from our high school, we'd just start talking to them through the chat. It was so funny. I mean, it was stupid but funny, and it did get blocked after a while once teachers found out, but for a while there it was pretty fun. But I don't know, I mean, if anyone's interested in that, I could try to do it, so let me know. And next up is Razor5313. They have a few questions. If you were to choose a cosplay, which one would you choose? Oh my gosh, I've really been wanting to do Daenerys Targaryen for a little bit now. Because she's gorgeous, and I love the outfits she wears. I love the necklaces, especially the horn necklaces. Her hair is gorgeous. I would love to be Daenerys. And of course, I'd love to cosplay as Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, you know. And, I mean, there's so many I'd love to do, but I just can't sew or afford the clothes. It's like, I'll never be a cosplayer. But yeah, Daenerys Targaryen and Lara Croft are probably my two biggest ones I want to do. And which 5 songs have influenced you the most in your life? Let's see. There's been a ton of songs that have influenced me in my life, but Don't Stop Believing by Journey is one. It just always picks me up no matter what. Let It Be by the Beatles. I'm not a huge Beatles fan, I know, shocker, but I love Let It Be. It's just so inspirational and I love it so much. This song, Holding On and Letting Go by Ross Copperman, it can be kind of depressing, but it's just such a good song. It really teaches you the message that to really let go of something, you have to quit holding on. And we just want to keep holding on to stuff, and we can never really let go. So we have to let go to quit holding on, and it's just a very complex song. Give it a listen. It's awesome. Let's see. I need 2 more songs that have influenced my life. I'm thinking here. Let's see. Probably Skyscraper by Demi Lovato, because that was really inspirational. When you're going through mental illness and stuff and you have someone else you can relate to with that, it's really inspirational, and that song was about her mental illnesses, her addictions, and all that. So it was really inspirational, and I loved it, and, you know, it's a good message. And the last song would probably be Happiness by The Fray, which is another kind of sad song, but it really teaches you about happiness. So yeah, Don't Stop Believing by Journey, Let It Be by the Beatles, Holding On and Letting Go by Ross Copperman, Skyscraper by Demi Lovato, and Happiness by The Fray are probably the most inspirational songs in my life. And his last question is, in your opinion, which are the top 5 Tomb Raider games? I might actually do a video about that, so I'll answer your question in the video. And we're back! One of my newest friends, Toma Turtle, asks, since you like Blood Rain, have you played any of the Castlevania games or Legacy of Kain series? I've played both Legacy of Kain games several times and loved them to pieces. I wish they'd do a reboot or, you know, a continuation of the franchise, because I believe Crystal Dynamics still has the rights to it, so that'd be super awesome. And I have not played any Castlevania games. I've played about an hour of Lords of Shadow, which many people don't consider to be canon, but I've never played any of the true Castlevania games, and I'm kind of ashamed to admit that. I would love to play them, I just can't find them anywhere. It's cray-cray. It's cray-cray! Just like me, I'm cray-cray. And my girl, Miss Ragnarok, who I adore so much, go check out her channel, she makes awesome videos. Her questions are, do you go for achievements/trophies when you play games? When I'm playing a game, I don't really, notice achievements or trophies. I don't look at the list beforehand, so if I get one, I'm like, yay! But if I don't sweat the small details. If I play it a second time or whatever, I'll probably look at the list and see what I missed and try to get some of them. But I'm not one of those people that has to get every single achievement, every single trophy, every single trophy for every game I play. I just want to enjoy the game. I don't want to have to worry about getting every single thing, And her second question is, do you play games again to get other endings or other sides of the story? Example, Tales of Xillia, you can play as either Mila or Jude. I do, but I have to wait like a year to play the game again because I want the story to kind of, leave my mind. I want to be I want to forget some of the story, because if I play it right after or too soon after, I know the story already and I kind of get bored, so I have to wait a little bit so I forget some of it so I can enjoy the game again. But yeah, I do play them again if there's a different side of the story or multiple endings. I just have to wait about a year before I do it. But I do. And the last set of questions is by my dear friend Bronco Jeff. I love you to death. Okay, I do. Okay, his first question is, what's your favorite horror movie? I really, really, really love the Scream franchise. Oh my gosh, I love the Scream movies. Ugh. I don't know what that was. Probably a ghost choking me or something. Ghostface is awesome. I love... What's your favorite scary movie? I can't do the voice. Okay, I can't. But I love it. I love the Scream franchise. And I also really loved I Know What You Did Last Summer, 1 and 2. The third one, not so much, but the first 2 were great. I love A Nightmare on Elm Street. I love those films. Freddy Krueger, yes. I have never seen a Friday the 13th movie, but I'm planning on it because I've heard they're great. See, I had to introduce myself to horror because I wasn't allowed to watch scary movies until I was 16, so I've kind of had to, you know, build up to it. So I will watch a Friday the 13th movie. I might watch a Halloween movie. I've heard they're really scary. I don't know. I'll try. But yeah, the Scream movies and Nightmare on Elm Street and I Know What You Did Last Summer movies are probably my favorite horror movies. And the second question is, do you listen to any hip-hop, and if so, who? I do a little bit. I don't listen to it a whole lot. It's not one of my favorite genres, but I do really like Kid Cudi. I like some of A$AP Rocky's work. I like, let's see, some of Iggy Azalea's work. Some of Nicki Minaj's work I enjoyed before. Just, I'm not huge into hip-hop, but I do enjoy some of it sometimes, like if I'm kind of like in an angry mood or, you know, need to be pumped up. And Eminem is probably my favorite hip-hop artist, if you consider him hip-hop. Some people don't, but Eminem, his songs always get me pumped up. And the last question, and this is the last question for the video, what game, in your opinion, had the best storyline? Probably the BioShock series. Each of those games had awesome stories, and if you haven't played them, you need to play them. But just the twists and turns in each game is awesome. They're very complex, so you have to really pay attention to the games, but they're just so wonderful. You need to play them. BioShock 1 and BioShock Infinite have the best stories, but BioShock 2 has a pretty solid story as well. So I hope you enjoyed this week's Inside Alyssa White. Let me know what your questions are in the comment box down below. You can ask me about anything in any subject area, as long as you don't ask anything too personal, which is basically anything involving sex. You can ask stuff about like my mental illness or whatever. That's fine. And like it if you like the video. Like I said, leave a comment. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, because, you know, we're awesome. And, you know, I'll give you a free hug. And my cat will maybe not scratch you. She wouldn't scratch you. She wouldn't scratch you. Unless you picked her up. But just subscribe. Because, you know, there's lots of love here. And favorites to your friends and family until strangers can see. And feel free to share me as long as you do it nicely. And I love each and every one of you so much. Thank you for asking questions so I could answer them. Peace and kisses. Bye.